Hello everyone, I am Sikandar Abu Rakib. Welcome to my Learning PHP video tutorial. In my last tutorial, I talked about a bit about PHP introduction, installation, and basic syntax. This is video tutorial number 2. In this video tutorial, I will discuss about PHP data types and variable. Here I am using exam. I'm starting the Apache server, and here is my index.php file. So what is a variable? We know that variables are containers of storing information. This information is called the data or values. How to create or declare PHP variables? In PHP, a variable starts with the $sign followed by the name of the variable. If I write a variable, I must start with the $sign. Then I will write the variable name. A variable name must start with a letter or the underscore character. This letter can be capital letter or small letter. For example, my name. It can be the variable. And I can also write my name in this way. And I can write $_ my name. If I assign some value and here and also. So here I have created 3 variables, and in PHP I'll have to create the variable in this way, and I'm not allowed to create the variable name with the number. For example, my name, it is not allowed. So I cannot write the variable name with the number. So this is the rules, and a variable can only contain alphanumeric characters and underscore. For example, here I can write it is valid. If I write it is not valid, it is not valid. But if I write this, it is valid. And variable name is case sensitive in PHP. That means the $name and $name is not the same. So the $name and $name with the capital letter will be treated two different variables in PHP. So if I write age and assign a value, I can do it. So we are noticing here, we can put number value or numeric value, and we can put string values into our variables. So these are the data that we put into our variables. So question comes, how many data types or which data types we can handle in PHP with our variables? So I'm going to discuss about a bit regarding the data types used in PHP. Basically, we can use 8 primitive data types in PHP. For example, string data type, and integer, and boolean, and float or floating point. So we can use these 4 data types, which is called the scalar. Scalar means this variable or these data types will contain a single value into the variable, and along with this we can use array and object data types, and these data types are called composite data types. That means composite data types. That means it will accept more than one values into the variable, and these are called scalar data types. So here we have 4 scalar data types, and here we have 2 composite data types, and we have null and resources data types, special type data types, and these are special type. Okay, We will discuss detail about array and object in our later videos. And about the null, null is a special data types which can have only one value, null. And resource, the special resource type is not an actual data type. It is the storing of a reference to functions and resources external to PHP. A common example of using the resource data type is a database call. Okay, before proceeding further, I would like to specify one thing. PHP is a loosely typed language. What does it mean? It means PHP automatically converts the variable to the correct data types depending on its value. That means here, if I think my name, I am not declaring the variable type here, but I am assigning a string value here. And depending on the value that I am going to assign within the variable, will fix up the variable data types. If I assign here number data types, so this variable will be the number data types. So it will follow the values that I am going to assign. So in the above example, we can notice that we did not have to tell PHP which data type the variable is. In other languages such as C, C++, and Java, the programmer must declare the name and type of the variable before using it. But here we don't need it. Now I am going to print some variable. So for doing that, I'm writing echo and my variable name, and to manipulate the string, we use a special thing like the dot. This is called the concatenation of the string in PHP. So here I am using line break and I'm going to browse it. Localhost learning PHP. Here is the value. If I put it here, if I put both the screen side by side, we can see. And if I try to print another variable, I'm going to save it and refresh the browser. If I want to print the variable here, so I'm getting the result. And also if I want to print here and I'm changing the value here, saving it. Okay, and if I print in this way, I did not save it. Okay, and if I want to print this variable age and refresh the browser, I'm getting the values here. And if I write some variable like can vote true, this is boolean, and it is returning the value 1. And if I write another variable for float, length 2.5, assigning the value, I'm going to print out the value, can vote, save it and refresh, and the length. Okay, so this is the floating point. That means it will give us the decimal values, and it is the integer, the roundup value we can get by this way. This is the example of string and integer and floating point, and here is the example of boolean. So these 4 types is from the group of scalar, and as I said earlier, I will discuss in detail about array and its functions and object in different videos. So last of all, I would like to show you another thing, that is a function, built-in function that is used in PHP, and that is a var dump. If I write var dump function, will give us the variable type, data type, and also its value. If I want to dump my name variable in the browser, we can see it is a string type and its value. If I dump age, so it is integer type and value is 25. And if I dump length, so it is give us the floating point and its value. So this is all about our variable and data types. We discussed about how to declare or create the variables in PHP and the data or values that we put into our variables and the data types, and we discussed about the var dump function. So I hope this tutorial was informative for you. I would like to thank you for watching this video. If you have any question, please leave it in the comments. If you like this video, please subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching.